back in 2002, which gave us over $500 million in funding every year that largely got dedicated to school year programming. Why wasn't summer part of that conversation? Well, there's, I think, a lot of reasons for why this took place, but there's a couple that I think about the most that I really want to call out today. One is that clearly we have organized ourselves around a particular school calendar in this country, and whether you agree with that system or not, we as a culture have become very attached to this idea of the summer break. And we have this vision in our heads of what summer is supposed to be like for kids. It's time off and freedom and exploration and going to the beach and playing outside and all these things that we conjure up in our minds about summertime that are, quite frankly, pretty different from what summer actually looks like for a lot of kids. The other thing that I think is the bigger reason, quite frankly, is that we really never took the time to look at the research. And there was a huge lack of advocacy. There was a huge lack of people who understood what was going on, educating the people who didn't. So to me, this is really one more lesson why it's so important that we not only use research and science to influence practice, but that we have to use it also to influence policy and funding decisions that have a dramatic effect on kids at every level throughout their lives. So the good news around the advocacy is that summer, as of recently, is rising up to the level of importance that it deserves. And there is a growing group of funders and advocates and practitioners and researchers who are stepping forward and getting organized around this issue. And I'm proud to say a lot of the most exciting work around the country, I think, is happening right here in California. And rather than standing here and describing all that to you, I have a great video to show you that we have thanks to the David and Lucille Packard Foundation. And what you'll see is a few districts and their partners in California who have been doing really creative, exciting summer programming with kids in the way that we really want to see it happen. And you're also going to see some policymakers who have begun to look at the research on summer learning loss and weave that into their work.